Hello everyone, it's Andy Glen here at Sharks TV. Delighted to be joined by Lewis Young. Lewis, how are you doing, pal?
Yeah, not bad, mate. You?
Aye, doing away, doing away. It's been a quiet Monday. Just thinking back to the weekend there, and that's the purpose of our chat, to look back over the preseason games and to look forward to the start against Telford on Saturday. How did you feel the games against Leeds went?
Not bad. Obviously there was no really any
Mm,
points up for grabs. So no, I think like two competitive games. I mean, obviously a bit gutted on the Saturday just with the way it kind of ended because we were right in there for 40 minutes and it was what it was. But no, I mean, two competitive games, as I said to you before, more minutes in the legs, and that's all you're really looking for in pre-season. And if we can get the boys starting to gel now, then it's the best thing we can possibly do going into the league starting this weekend. So no, I mean, as much as the results didn't go away, a lot of lessons learned and very beneficial, I'd say.
It was quite interesting. I watched the stream on Friday, 5-1 to Leeds with John Dunbar scoring, but there wasn't that much. We were competitive for two periods. Too many
Mhm.
penalties probably killed us. And
Yeah.
then at home on the Saturday, 6-3 to Leeds, but again competitive. Now Martin chose Leeds and Sheffield probably because they're they're two of the top teams in the NIHL.
Mhm.
From my perspective, it seemed we matched up okay. Came up short, no doubt in it, and I think the best teams won both times. But
Mhm.
we weren't a million miles away, were we, Lewis?
No, I think you look at that. I mean, they were just clinical, and that's the thing. I think the Friday night game in Leeds, as much as it was what a 5-1 game, they only outshot us by 4 shots, and it was the same on Saturday night. I think we outshot them by 8 or 9 shots, maybe. There was a time probably in the second period where I feel like they didn't even get a shot on goal after we killed that penalty to start the period. I mean, we were really good for the next kind of 7 8 minutes, I would say. Um, but no, I mean, see, that's the thing. All these boys, they've got the experience, and any mistake that you make out there, it's resulting in a chance going our way, and that's the things that we need to limit down on. I think if we can try and cut them out, and look, every goal we conceded over that weekend there, I mean that those I say that maybe bar maybe one or two, but the vast majority of them all came from little mistakes, and that's what pre-season's for. It's to get the mistakes out early, and that's just kind of how it went. But overall, I'd have said it was good. I really didn't think there was much between the teams in any of the games. I think Friday night was a real learning curve. I think that result just showed that look, you really need to be on the ball every shift out there because the time you take a second off, the puck's going to end up in your net, and that showed on Friday. And I think we definitely learned from that going into going into Saturday. But I think when you play a game of hockey, you spend a full period almost on the kill. It's going to be a very hard night to win that game. So
I think that was the
yeah,
case both on the Friday and the Saturday. It was about 20 minutes,
yeah,
and penalty minutes, and I kind of agree with you that the goals that we lost was a combination of really small mistakes,
yeah,
but capitalised on by some really good. I mean, Howlett on Friday was sensational. I mean, it was a
yeah,
joy to watch. But you just give him half a chance, and you saw what happened. Whereas maybe
yeah,
we weren't quite so clinical in front
yeah.
of goal, and there's a lot of people trying really hard to score some goals just now, isn't there? Trying too hard, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It was, I think on Friday it was 2 posts and 3 crossbars.
Aye.
I mean, in that first period, if we took maybe two of the chances, 3 of the chances that we should have, then it could have been a completely different game. And I mean, to go into and at the end of the first period on Saturday as well, to be leading as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we done everything right, to be honest. We had a really good period, really strong start, and Yeah, I mean, as I said, it was gutting to lose them both, but I mean, no points at stake and a lot of lessons learned. So we've gained from it. But I think in general, once it's the same. It's once some of these boys get one goal, it's just gonna open the floodgates. Do you know what I mean? It's just a case of getting us going now, and I think they 4 games out the way, ready to go. Everyone's got the confidence going as well. They know when we know what to expect now. I said it before going into the first game. I think I was speaking with Mace before the game, and I was like, I have no idea what to expect here. Like it was just a complete unknown because I've not played against a lot of these boys, and even the ones I have done, I've not played against them since I was really young and played juniors kind of thing. So I mean, it was just completely unknown to me, the level, and I mean, I think that these 4 games have been a great insight for all of us to kind of pick up and get going now.
I 100% agree with you, and I also think it's been really helpful for us fans watching it because we were talking the talk before any a puck's been dropped, and we're like, oh, we're going to walk this, we're going to win this. I have to say I enjoyed every single game that was pre-season. I thought they were great games to watch. I
Mhm,
wasn't particularly bothered about the results, but I'll tell you what,
mhm.
it's opened my eyes to how difficult this league is going to be. And I know the players and Martin's been saying that all the way through, but I think fans maybe have a sense of reality now that if you
Yeah.
if you can keep if you can keep a team to 1 or 2 goals, you've probably got a reasonable chance of coming out on top.
For sure. No, I totally agree with that, and it's the same thing. I'd much rather be playing at this and run a game right to the win and maybe get beat, say 4-3 in the end and win a game 15-0. Like I'd much rather be in a hockey game, and you'll learn far more from that one goal loss than you will from a 15-0 win or stuff like that. It's there's so much to be learned from us. We've still got a young team as well.
Yeah.
And so many boys. We've also got experience there, but I think there's probably a lot of pressure on the kind of more experienced boys because not only have they got the kind of pressure of being the go-to guys, but they've got a lot of us younger boys leaning on them as well for help and kind of tips here and there. And I think once we get that perfect balance going, then it's going to be a really good season. And we've stayed close in pretty much every game, and no, I think. I mean, I know what it's like playing it, so I'm hoping it's a good game to watch as well.
I mean, I have to say there was more excitement and um, a better atmosphere on the Leeds game on Sunday than many NIHL
Mhm.
One North games when we were just running out because it was a case of how many. But I thought the fans were pretty loud and it was a good atmosphere. I felt. How did it feel on the ice? Did you pick up any of that, Lewis?
I mean, the atmosphere was great, especially. I mean, Saturday night as well, coming back up because I mean, Friday night in Leeds, you could struggling to hear yourself think, to be honest, and the way that that scene is, the fans are pretty much right on top of you as well. So it's a tough place to go, but I thought the fans we had in Saturday was great as well. It was really loud, and I think that helped us even get going right from the start, like getting the goals early and going in leading as well. Like no, it was a great game to play in, and to be honest, like even with the level as well, I've been loving it so far. So it's definitely quicker and just in general, like the every see to be honest, everything's just so much more crisp and
Yeah.
than what we're kind of used to. So overall, it's been great to play in so far. So yeah,
It has been. It's just been great to watch. And you got off to a flyer in the game against Sheffield because you scored the goal. And I did chat with you afterwards, and you were pretty modest about it. You had time to reflect on that. And can you remember the goal much? First NIHL goal for the Sharks.
yeah. Nah, to be fair, it was a pretty good one. I was pretty chuffed with that one. Nah, to be fair, I feel like it kind of came from nothing. Like I get a pass down from Kieran on the board. And I didn't really take a particularly great touch on it, like just have to watch it back. But I managed to make something out of it. D-man kind of pinched, I managed to beat him, and I seen the gap there and just thought, might as well just go for it kind of thing and just stick one on net and managed to get in I mean, to be fair, I had another one that I kind of had the similar chance against Leeds and didn't quite pull it off on the Friday night. But I mean, it's one of them ones you've got to be happy when they come. So I'd have rather got the result, to be honest. But to get myself kind of off the mark for the season, it's a good feeling to get going early and not having that pressure of trying to get the monkey off the back kind of thing. So I'd rather get that in pre-season than be chasing that going into the regular season games, and I mean the pressure starts to build up and stuff. So I mean I think in general our line was we had a strong game that game, and I think we had a strong pre-season as well. I mean for the three of us, me, Kieran, and Peanut, I think we obviously none of us have played at this level, and I think the expectation of us was probably less than that, than obviously a top six, and we were able to just kind of go out there and really do our thing and just work as hard as we can, and just I think we probably surprised ourselves with how much chances we created as well. We spent a lot of time in the offensive zone, and I mean it was good for us. I think I know we surprised ourselves with that, and I think now we've really settled in and know that we can play at this level. I think we'll have a big year this year. Like, I feel it.
No, it's been great. I mean, I've enjoyed watching that line. Peanuts got off the mark as well. Unfortunately, it looked like Kieran hit his knee again on Saturday. You any update on how he? I kind of spoke to him afterwards, and he said it was the same knee that had been injured before, but
Yeah.
he was walking okay. But I'm kind of hoping he's going to be okay for Saturday. You any updates?
I think yeah, probably similar to yourself. I mean, speaking to him after the game, I think it was one of them ones he wanted to keep playing in the game. And it was more a case of there's nothing up for grabs here. It's a pre-season. You don't want to keep playing on it and have to get it rested. I mean, we've got obviously Sunday and Monday off before training again. So I think it was just a case of like rest up now and get ready to go next week. So you're 100% going into the weekend, and that's the most important thing. But hopefully it's healing up good and he's ready to go at the weekend again.
Oh, you want to be ready for that first game at home against
Yeah.
Telford. That's going to be massive. We'll come on to that in a minute. Just before I do, there have been a few fans round about me chatting away, being very complimentary about yourself, saying that you look like you've gained some speed. How's it been? How's this pre-season and the training to get to where you're at, and how are you feeling yourself?
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel great now. Probably the fittest I've felt since I was living abroad and playing. So when I was abroad, I did have that injury, and to be honest, that kind of set me back a little bit. And I'd say by the time I got back playing seriously, I maybe didn't prepare as well as I probably could have as well. And don't get me wrong, I had a good season last year, but I definitely I'm a big one for I always watch games back. I like watching games back and seeing what I can do better. And it's one of the main things. I mean, I felt like I had more to give almost kind of thing. Like I felt like I could have been better. And I think that was the main thing going into this season. I watched back and I know the speed that I had when I was maybe a little bit younger, when I was playing away and I was on the ice every day and in the gym all the time and eating the right stuff and doing everything right, because that was what my life was at that time. And I thought if I can get if I want to play at this level, I need to get back to that kind of level of fitness and speed. And to be honest, I started kind of in the gym and kind of getting on the diet and stuff like that probably a week and a half after Coventry,
Yeah.
because I just wanted to get started early. I didn't want to be leaving it till 6 weeks before the season and set myself goals and really be pushing it to the line. I wanted to be comfortable at the weight I was before I came into the season, because I think I've lost around about 10 kilos or something. So it's a big difference. You need to get comfortable at that, because there was a time, I mean, I've trained quite a lot through the summer, even on ice as well. And I did go for a spell in the middle of summer where I mean, I felt a bit awkward almost in my own body kind of thing, just because of the difference that I was feeling. And I think just by doing that early, now I'm kind of starting to really feel good and get going on the ice. And no, I mean, just all the little things that I've kind of started to come together and been enjoying my hockey. So no, it's been so far so good.
Yeah, well, we're loving watching you. You're looking great on the ice, and long may that continue. We're looking forward to the weekend. We've got the pre-season out of the way. It starts for real come Saturday. So we've got Telford at home, who they've only played two pre-season games. They
Mhm.
lost in their first one against the Phantoms 8-2, but then they took revenge yesterday, which is Sunday, with a 6-3 win over Peterborough. So what do we know about Telford, and who should we be looking out for, and how difficult is this game going to be compared to the Steel Dogs and the Knights?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I don't really know what to expect almost. I mean, I don't really know many of the players either. I know Harry a little bit. I played juniors with Harry Ferguson, who's there now, for a little bit. But apart from that, I mean, I don't really know many of the players. But I mean, uh, Spud and Jamie, they'll be looking into that all week, and they'll be setting us up to go in there and have as much of an advantage as we can. Just and that's all we can do. You know, we've not played them yet, so just need to kind of this first game is about just kind of getting off the mark against them, making sure that we are strong, worrying about ourselves, and then after we've played them once, we can worry about them afterwards and maybe know what to expect a bit more. But as I said, we're kind of going into the unknown, so yeah, it'll be a case of just kind of going in there. If we play our style of hockey, then it shouldn't matter who we're playing against if we're up to pace.
We're not going to worry about the opposition too much, but they are a good team. And I know Martin was watching the stream yesterday, and he'll have clipped loads of things for you guys to work
Yeah,
on over the next wee while. We've got them on Saturday, and then just a short bus journey on on,
I
on
know,
Sunday
I
against
know.
Romford Raiders.
Yeah,
Well, first things first. How's the buses this season? Are they pretty good?
yeah. No, so far so good. We've got a few new cards players as well at the back of us, so
Oh,
it's
right.
yeah.
Who's the card sharks?
Well, I actually won the first game, so I did. So I might have to take the title now. I'm trying to think who won. Cal won on Friday, so I need to make sure I win this weekend just to stay at the top of the leaderboard.
It's this Carl Hepburn or McGill?
Hepburn,
Oh, right,
definitely not McGill.
right. It's McGill. That
He's went out pretty early both games he's played.
perfect. So right, so you'll be able to have a few games of poker on the way down Romford. How long's that going to take?
I honestly have no idea. I've not even looked into it, to be honest. I don't really. I'm better off just not looking because I've got work on Monday morning as well. So
Have you?
yeah, so try and get a good sleep on the way back, and then yeah, I mean it's one of the things that's what we need to get used to if we want to play in this league. We need to get used to the travel. So try to get one of the long journeys out early. So yeah,
Well, well, I was looking at the Raiders' scores, and it doesn't appear that they've been beaten in their pre-season. So
yeah,
they've played the Bees and Peterborough again. I think it looks like they lost one in overtime. I don't know if they played overtime or if it was just a draw. They called it, but they've been pretty good, winning 3-2, 2-2, and a 5-2 over the Bees. So they're pretty much been the team that's had the best pre-season, um, albeit they've only played two teams that are very local to them.
yeah.
So it'll be really interesting to see. Do you know any of the players that play down there?
Not really. Speaking with a few boys, obviously they've played in the league before, though I think they're known as a pretty fast team, playing at high pace, high intensity. So to be honest, Andy, I think every team's going to be strong. I don't think any game's going to be a game that you pinpoint and say, right, that's the game that we are definitely taking points. I think we need to go in looking to win every game that we can, and I think everyone's going to take points off everyone. It's such a well-rounded kind of even league, and that's what you want as well. Like, I mean, it's as I said, it's almost like it doesn't matter who you're up against. You're going to go in for a hard game every night, so you just need to make sure that you're playing your own game kind of thing and focus on that. And also, there's going to be little tweaks that we do each weekend to match up against who we're playing. But if we're deep down, if we're playing the way that we want to play and playing to our strengths, then we'll have a chance every night. But no, I think every night is going to be a challenge, and that's probably one of the biggest things that me and I know all the boys are looking forward to. So no, it should be good.
Right. So your performance through pre-season's been great. I'm talking about the team here. The fans has been okay. What is it? What is it from your perspective you want the fans to be working on? I know we're noisy at times, but is there some specifics that you're looking for the fans? I mean, do you want constant noise? It's never going to be constant all the time, but penalty kills, power plays. What is it? Where the fans going to up their game for this level? I'm trying to get the fans to the next level, Lewis. You can see what I'm doing here.
Okay, I think that it's getting better every game. To be honest, Andy, I mean, I think down in Manchester last year, with all like the kind of trumpets and all that. That was good. That was loud, and I think anything that can make it loud. Do you know what I mean? That's who you want to play with. You want to play in front of a loud crowd, and that gets the boys going. It makes it intimidating for our teams to come into as well. They know they're coming into somewhere that's noisy, and the fans are behind the team. And I think so far it's been really good, especially on Saturday night. There, it was really loud, and I think we're just coming out in numbers, and that supports the team in general. So I think overall, yeah, it's definitely just get behind the boys, get loud, and that's what we want to play in front of, and yeah, be the seventh man out there.
Got it right. We had over 700, I believe, at the Leeds game on Saturday for a
Yeah.
pre-season. We've got to get as many people along as possible. I've got two of my pals coming down from Falkirk, never been to a nice hockey game in their lives. They're coming down on Saturday. They're going to be there. Told them to bring, horns, vuvuzelas, the whole shooting match. Everybody's got to be along there, and we've got to make it a real intimidating place to be. Because let's be honest, there ain't going to be many sharks on this Sunday, is there? If you see anybody with
Nah,
a Sharks top on, give them a wave because they've made an
yeah,
effort to get down there.
yeah, no, I don't think so. I mean, that's a pretty long journey to be travelling for a hockey game. But honestly, anyone that makes that journey, then no, I mean, I can't thank them enough.
Brilliant, brilliant. Right, before we go, last word to you. You can say anything you want.
No, I mean, it's been a good start to the year. I think overall, just everyone needs to get out there on Saturday, get behind the boys, and we're going to put on a show. I can promise that.
Brilliant, Lewis. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it and have the best of luck on Saturday and Sunday.
Spot on, mate. Cheers.